Welcome to ecstatic yoga for our Yin Asana. This is the first day of our first week, our Yin Asana. Welcome to ecstatic yoga, sacred embodiment, where we truly recognize that we are our permanent identity is a non-physical, spiritual soul, mind, an incredible divine being that we are, that is eternal, that is infinite in power, that is an extension of Brahman, divine source, creator. And we're having a human experience. So our soul presence, our non-physical aspect of our being is animating through this temporary physical equipment. It's called the physical body. And yoga is an amazing philosophy that brings us from body back to full recognition of what we truly are. It has a very systematic way of doing that. And Patanjali, our grandfather of yoga, has created the 8 limbs, and we'll be using the 8 limbs in this course in ecstatic yoga to bring ourselves back to that state of pure consciousness, pure conscious awareness. And it's a very thousands of year old technology that has been used for many thousands of years successfully to bring people to that state of sacred embodiment, becoming aware of our true identity that is embodied in this sacred body temple. And our focus for this week and for today for our practice is the physical body. We're going to start on the physical. It is the third limb of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. We're going to go into the ethical precepts, the yamas and niyamas a little later on in the course, but we're going to start with the body and we'll move forward from there. So this week, we're really focusing on the body. So we're going to really take advantage of it because this will be our greatest focus throughout the course of really just having our single point of focus being this beautiful body temple, this physical body that we have been blessed to have and animate through and have experiences that offer our soul immense growth and expansion. So we're really honoring the body. Yoga means to yoke, to become one with body, mind, and spirit. And that's what we'll be doing throughout this course. So welcome and congratulations. I'm so happy that you are here. And we're going to start by sitting in a nice, comfortable, seated, easy pose, or also called Sukhasana in our Sanskrit. And we're going to take those sits bones. So we have little bony processes under touching the ground under each butt cheek. So you can feel that bony process and sits bones is the actual name of them. And it's really neat because you can feel them when you're sitting down and just feel them. So just kind of go side to side and feel them connected to the earth. And in any pose, we'll be going over this as we go through the course. We have a foundation, and that's where our body is connected to the earth. That's our foundation. Well, right now it's my sits bones. I have my feet and a little bit of my ankles are connected to the earth. Buttocks is connected to the earth. So this would be my foundation. Now, if I was in a standing pose, it would be my feet. Maybe if I'm in a downward dog, it would be my feet and my hands. If I was in a boat, it might just be my sits bones. So it changes with every pose where our body is connected to the earth, where our foundation is. And we always want to set that foundation first in any pose. Just bring our awareness to where we're connected to the earth and make sure that's in alignment, and then move up and align our bodies from there. So as we sit in our Sukhasana, our easy pose, we're going to gently and kindly close our eyes and scan the body. So we'll take a moment to scan the physical body and notice where your physical body is at today in this moment. No judgment, Nothing to be right or wrong. We're just noticing the physical body. And you can scan it. Some people like to scan from the foundation up, or they can scan it from the head and come down and end at the foundation. Find what works for you in scanning your body, what comes natural for you. And as we go through this body scan, we're going to just be resting in breath awareness, mindful breathing. We're not changing the breath, we're just aware of breath. Breath awareness, mindful breath is the starting point to our pranayama practices. So taking that time right now to scan and notice where your physical body's at. Right or wrong, good or bad. Just notice. Total non-judgment. Full acceptance. Even have some appreciation. This body temple. I invite you to begin to bring the breath down, drop it down to the belly. We'll be doing some Durga Pranayama belly breath or abdominal breathing. So as we inhale, you'll feel the belly expand, this lower belly. Bring my hand down and feel it. And as you exhale, you'll feel the belly coming in towards the spine, navel coming in towards the spine. Really dropping that breath down to the belly. And I like to think of it and use a glass of water. So if you have a nice crystal clear glass of water, and you pour the water in, it's going to drop down to the bottom of the glass first and fill up. So when we inhale, we're going to bring that prana right down here, down to the pelvic floor and the lower abdomen. And breathe in there. We'll be moving into 3-part yogic breath in a minute, but I want you to just settle into some belly breathing for a few moments as you continue to be aware of the body. Where your body is in time and space, how it feels. And honoring that. It's a gift to be embodied. Nice, deep belly breaths. Fully present to your physical body temple. And let's move into our 3-part yogic breath. These are our first starting breaths we have in our analytics, pranayama, mindful breathing, belly breathing, pranayama, and then 3-part yogic breath. And it's like a wave. So we're going to breathe into the belly, the ribs, and the chest on the inhale. I love to pause at the top. It's an invitation. And then on the exhale, we're going to begin by just exhaling completely. And a nice little pause at the bottom, and maybe a little further on, we'll exhale the chest, the ribs, and the belly. But let's begin with the inhale, inhaling into that belly, like a wave, the ribs and the chest. Pausing at the top for just a moment and exhaling completely. Bottom of the exhale, you can engage in slight pause, breath, and continue inhaling into the belly, ribs, and the chest. Pausing at the top, and then exhaling completely. A few more on your own. 3-part yogic breath. See how much oxygen, life force, prana you can bring into the body. One more 3-part yogic breath. And allowing yourself to return to mindful breathing, and you can gently open your eyes. Beautiful job. And we are going to practice as we move through our yoga practices is to be breathing into this belly. And the invitation is to take that into all your waking hours of breathing. Because when we breathe down into this lower belly, this lower abdomen, it triggers the parasympathetic nervous system and the relaxation response in our body. And often, sometimes if we're young and we have a trauma, we'll bring our breath up to the chest. And this is how we breathe when we're in fight or flight, we're unsafe and we need to get to safety. And so when we're breathing up into in our chest alone, this triggers that sympathetic nervous system, triggers the stress hormones like cortisol, and also anxiety. And this is not what we want with our yoga. We're trying to create relaxation. We're trying to bring the body so it's in the parasympathetic, the relaxation response at all times, unless we do have a tiger in front of us and we need to run real fast, then we do want to bring the breath up here and use that adrenaline to run really fast. But in normal daily life, we're not in life-threatening circumstances. We don't want to be up in the chest. We want that down here where the serotonin is being triggered rather than cortisol and adrenaline. Cortisol is a stress hormone and causes many diseases. It's the cause of many diseases. We want to create well-being in our body and bring this breath into the belly at all times. So this is going to be one of our main focuses with our breath throughout this practice, is breathing, and this course is breathing into this lower abdomen. It's in this Dirga Pranayama, belly breathing all the time throughout the day. So begin to notice now as you walk through the day, when you're in the grocery store, when you're in the car, when you're walking, wherever you are throughout your day, at work, at play, notice, am I breathing in the belly? Not drop that breath down to the lower belly. So we're going to practice this breath throughout all our practices and throughout all our days, so that we can keep the body in the relaxation response and calm, triggering the health building hormones. And we're going to begin. let's set an intention first. To jump ahead of myself. We like to take the opportunity in each yoga practice in setting an intention for ourselves. And it's something that is you would like to create in your life, something positive, something that is inspiring, that sparks joy. You want to create that is bettering yourself. And we all have things that we want to create, and that changes from moment to moment, from day to day, year to year. And we have personal intentions, community intentions, global intentions. But for today, let's create a community intention. Most of this practice you'll be able to set your own personal intention, but let's just set an intention of becoming a yoga instructor and completing the course, finding this new life direction, this new career for yourself in a beautiful way. You are here doing yoga for a reason. You were called, and let's just see that that vision of you as completing the course and practicing yoga, being in your own practice, as well as the opportunities to teach. So take a moment to create that intention for yourself. And we always create intentions in the positive and in the present moment. Subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. So whatever we feed that subconscious, it is going to outpicture. It's like a computer. You put the data in, and it will out manifest what you've put in. So we're really blessed to be able to have this brain, heart, body technology where we can actually visualize and see and repeat and think and create on the non-physical level a picture. And after with repetition and in the positive and the present moment, see that manifest. We say it in the present because as we're feeding the subconscious mind, if we say I'm going to be, it means you're not now. Subconscious is quite literal. So you want to feed it, I am. I am. And it may not be the truth in this moment, but the subconscious will only be fed of what you feed it, what you want to create in the present moment. And that's how manifestation works. So we're going to take a moment to set that intention, repeating it to yourself and taking the moment to see the visualization of you leading the course, having your own yoga practice, and teaching in the situations and the circumstances that inspire you, whether it's classes, local classes, or teaching retreats. See that in your mind's eye and allow the emotions of that to come forth for you. If you're already there, completed the course, graduated in your work, in your yoga practice, teaching. Allow yourself to feel those emotions. Same emotions. It's happening right here, right now. We do have. And we will send that intention off to the universe, infinite spaces with a this or better, this or better, this or better. Our minds are very limited compared to super consciousness. So if there is a possibility that's even better, then listen to that always. And let's begin to move a little. So I'm going to invite you just to kind of make some circles around the body with your torso. And as you're moving, feeling the sensations, if you find a spot that's juicy or a little tenderness, allow yourself to kind of massage that. This is your practice. And as we do a few little warm-ups and gentle movements, this is the yin practice. So yin is more restorative. We are going to move a little slower. It's yin. It's that space of being a little more inward. Restorative. So we're not going to be doing any real hefty stuff. And with the yin practice, we often can hold the poses a little longer than normal, which is really beautiful. A lot of times in yoga, they move through the poses so much that you're not able to really integrate the energy of that pose. And with hatha yoga, which is main yoga, we use ecstatic yoga, it is about holding the poses and being present in the pose and not rushing through. I also invite you in any pose at any time. This is your practice. You can always come to a rest. If you ever need to sit or lay down or just stand or whatever it is in any of your practices, you're always free to stop and take a break. Honor your body. If you ever are in pain, always back off. Always back off. Beautiful. And so let's take, I'm going to take my left hand and put it onto the earth. And I'm going to bring the right arm up. Just feel a nice opening of the side body. Breathing into the belly and hold it for a few breaths here. And coming over to the other side, my right hand on the earth and moving over, opening up that left side body. Noticing the sensations. So our focus, our single point of focus this whole week and in this practice is the body, physical body. Sensations in the muscles, sensations in the skin, bones. We're going to be aware of this physical body. Beautiful job. Let's do a little moving with our neck, side to start. Get the body into it a little bit. We can begin to do some gentle circles. Moving slow enough again so that you can notice the sensations. And at any time, there's a little tension or sore area, the invitation is to massage that a little bit. Stay right there, no rush. Keeping that breath moving through your belly. Nice and gentle with the neck at all times. And we've moved the spine laterally. Let's move a little flexion and extension of the spine. And we can move into some seated cat and cow. We'll begin with our cow. It's easiest one is as we inhale, we're going to arch the back, open up the chest, looking up a little bit, shoulder blades come together a little, shoulders are back. And as you exhale, we're going to move into our cat as we round that back and bring the head forward and feel that flexion of the spine. That is flexion. When we move into forward fold. And then our cow is extension of the spine. So the spinal processes in front are into flexion. Exhaling on your cat. Inflection and inhaling on your calf extension. You move at your own pace for just a few more. And finishing up and coming back to center. Beautiful job. And let's bring the feet together. This is Baddha Konasana, butterfly or bound angle. We're going to bring the feet together. We're going to bring those heels in a little bit. Wrap the hands around the feet. Can open those feet up a little bit like a book. I like to take a moment to massage those feet a little bit. This spine and arch of the foot. Always with great love and appreciation for this body temple. And this is a little bit of a hip opener. So you're going to feel this in these hips. That's a good sign. So let's begin by inhaling and lengthening the spine. And how tall you can make yourself. And flap those wings a little bit, those legs. Warming up those hips before we move into full pose. Slowing down and bringing those legs down to the earth to extend the head. Deep inhale, and on your exhale, hinging forward. We're going to find our edge, and that is where you don't want to be forcing or striving or pushing the body. That's not what yoga is about. That's high intensity fitness. And there is high intensity fitness yoga. There's a place for that. But with this, we're in yin. And with ecstatic yoga, we don't want to be moving into fitness and pushing our body to its extreme. We like to stay at maybe like a 7, where we're comfortable. And when you find that edge, we're just going to take a breath there. And once we take a breath and we hold that edge, sometimes it softens that edge. So after a breath or two, we notice just naturally by holding the edge, we can hinge a little deeper in the hips. And it might be a micro movement. Without forcing or striving, let's see if you can hinge a little deeper. And then when you find that perfect place, begin to round the spine, and you can bring the hands down to the earth. And we're going to fold forward in our butterfly. And take a few breaths here, noticing the physical body and the sensations in the body. Noticing the sensations in the hips. And also being aware of the entire physical body as you breathe into the belly. And enjoy the pose. Enjoy the sensations. Basking in the nectar. And one more breath here. And inhaling, coming up. Beautiful job. Let's extend these legs out and let's bring them into a nice little wide leg forward fold. And we're just going to, for today, just moving straight fronts. We're going to inhale as we lengthen the spine and exhale into forward. Feeling that again, hips, the back leg muscles. Notice where you feel the sensation. And take a moment to rest on your edge. A nice deep breath here. And then see if you can hinge a little deeper in the hips. And then find your pose. Whether it's to bring the hands all the way down and relax. Next to and taking a few breaths as you just relax into this beautiful forward fold. And forward folds are always the invitation to go inward, allowing your attention and your energy to go inward. And one more breath here. And on the next inhale, coming all the way up. Beautiful job. Starting to get the morning sun. We're going to take the left leg out in front of us and take that right leg, bend that knee, and we're going to take that right leg and bring it right on the outside of the left leg. Bring in the torso so it's nice and aligned the rest of the body. Advance, with me. I'm going to move into a nice seated twist. So we're going to take this left arm and we're going to wrap it around this right leg and right knee. And we're going to take the right hand and bring it behind the right buttocks. We're going to inhale as we lengthen the body. And as we exhale, we're going to twist to gaze out over this right shoulder. Every inhale, lengthening the spine. And with your exhale, twist. And one more breath. And then returning back. Nice little gentle micro movement to the other side. And let's switch our legs. So my right leg is out straight. I'm going to bend that left leg. And I'm going to take that out to the outside of the right, wrapping this right arm around the left leg. Left hand behind the left buttocks. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist to gaze out over this left shoulder, twisting a little further with each breath. And one more breath. Releasing back to center, micro twist, other side, and releasing the legs. And let's move those legs a little, shake them up, move them around. All about getting into the body this week. And I'm going to invite you to cross those legs and bring the hands forward and come into a table pose. And we're going to move into some cat-cows, but first let's set our foundation. So the wrists are right underneath the shoulders. And the knees are right underneath the hips. And once we've set that foundation where our body's connected to the earth, feel the backs of the tops of the feet resting on the earth, the shins, the knees, and the hands. And we'll move into our cat-cow. So as you inhale, we're going to arch the back, stick that tailbone up, and lift the head. Heart opening into our cow. And as you exhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone under, round that back like a Halloween cat, relaxing the head, looking in towards the thighs and the belly. And moving at your own pace for a few more cat-cows. Inhaling into your cow, bring into extension, arching the back, and exhaling into your cat. As you round the back and tuck the tailbone and relax the head. Nice slow movement so you can really feel the body. Focus is to notice how your body's feeling, all those little sensations in your body. And I invite you now, if you'd like to add some gentle movements when you're in your cat, you can bring those hips back. A little stretch, maybe move side to side or even some circles. So finding some spontaneous movements through this cat-cow. Feeling all the beautiful sensations of the physical body. Keeping that breath flowing in the belly. Like sometimes when I get into cow, wagging that tailbone. Really enjoy the sensations in your body. Enjoy moving in your body. Sacred embodiment. We're appreciating this physical experience rather than resisting it, allowing it to bring us to deeper states. I'm going to invite you the next time you move into your cat is to move all the way into a child's pose. Move into your cat, get that big Halloween cat. Bring those hips back, all the way back. You can open those knees a little bit, some room for the belly. Just coming down into a nice child's pose. And the hands can be extended forward or they can be alongside your body. We're going to take a few breaths in our child's pose. And the invitation is to be with ourselves. It's an inward time. Whenever we're in a forward fold, we can go more deeply inward and really bring the focus to the physical body. That's our focus today. One more breath here in your child's pose. Next inhale, coming up. We're going to bring those knees back. And we're going to come all the way down onto the earth. Take a moment here, be on the earth, and notice how that feels. Notice that foundation, the entire front of your body, from the tops of the feet, shins, the knees, the front of the thighs, the pelvic area, the belly, the ribs, the chest, the arms, and even the head. We're going to move into our next pose. It's just a gentle baby cobra. So we're going to take the hands and we're going to bring them right underneath both of the shoulders. The elbows are in, they're not jetting out. They're in towards the body. Really snug. And we're going to set the foundation before we move into our baby cobra. So we're going to take that pelvis and we're going to press it into the earth. Even the tops of the feet a little bit, we can feel them connected to the earth. Sometimes that'll lift the knees off. If you're feeling any sensation, you can always put blankets under your knees at all times. And we're going to be using not so much the hands to push us up. We're not going to be using the hands. The hands are here to really just stabilize our body, stabilize us. We're going to be using those back muscles to gently lift us up. So the next inhale, lifting the chest and up into a nice little baby cobra. This is a really good back strengthener. And taking a few breaths here, finding your edge. Remember, you can always come out sooner if you need. Breathing into the belly. One more breath here. Beautiful. And relaxing back down for a couple breaths. Beautiful job. We're going to just roll over onto our backs. Nice and gently. Taking a moment to just integrate into this new space. You can have the feet a little wider than hip width distance, flop those feet over, have the palms up, and just relax into this pose, noticing now this new foundation in the back of your body. Heels, calves, the backs of the thighs, hamstrings, the buttocks, gluteus muscles, your back, your shoulder blades, the back of the head, the arms, the backs of the hands. This is where we're connected to the earth. This is our foundation. This is the Savasana relaxation pose, corpse pose. Beautiful. And let's bring those knees up. Feet are hip width apart, the knees are up. Good job. Let's just bring those knees side to side, nice and slowly. Gentle twist. Noticing the sensation. We're just getting oriented in the body in this new pose. Beautiful job. We're going to move into what's called a square four, or some people can call it, got a few different names. I won't complicate it for today. So my right knee is going to stay up where it is, and I'm going to take the left ankle and rest it just above the right knee. And then I'm going to lift this left foot up, and I'm going to bring the hands behind my hamstring, the back of the thigh, and I'm going to gently pull the leg in. Nice hip opener, very gentle, feels good. Find your gentle edge and hold this pose and take some nice deep breaths into that lower abdomen. Feel the sensations in that right hip. Our focus is on the sensations in the physical body. One more deep breath. And releasing down. We're going to switch legs. So I'm going to have my right foot on the earth. My right knee is up. The rest, that left ankle on just below the right knee. I apologize if I mixed it up last time. Whatever it is, go on to your other side. And lifting that right foot up, bring the hands behind the right hamstring, and gently pulling the leg in towards the body. Finding your gentle edge, and breathe into that belly as you relax into this beautiful pose. Focusing on the sensations of the body. You can relax that foot. One more nice deep breath here. And releasing that leg down. And bringing both feet down to the earth. And let's bring those knees into the chest. And wrap the hands around the shins, the lower leg, and just a gentle rock. And coming back to the center. And let's lift those legs straight up. And flex and extend those feet. And if shoulder stand is in your practice, you can, but this is a nice yin practice, so we're just going to lift the legs. And create that nice inversion. Gives the veins in the legs a nice little break, and that pump of blood naturally will flow towards the heart. Just allow those legs to be up for a moment as you let that inversion. You can relax those hands, palms up, and breathe into the belly. If you'd like to bring the hands to the legs and pull them forward a little bit for a stretch. And as you stretch these legs, remember to notice the sensations in the body. Feel them fully. Enjoy them. Bask in that nectar. You're going to open those legs up nice and wide. And this is an opportunity if you want to use a strap. You can put a strap over the arches of the foot, or if you can grab those feet with your hands, beautiful. Bring some straps and blocks in as we move through the practice. And feeling a nice opening and stretch all the legs a little closer into the body for more sensation. And again, really enjoying this physical sensation in your body. Fully present. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to bring the feet together into a supine butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Wrapping the hands around the feet and see if you can gently pull the feet in towards the body, finding your gentle edge. And breathe into the belly. Going to begin to rock a little bit. Massage on that lower back. That. And then we'll open up those legs again. The hands are on the outside of the legs, and we're going to move into a baby, not happy baby yet. And we're going to gently pull those feet down and feel the hip opener. Find your gentle edge. Remember to never force, not about striving, about gently opening and playing that edge. And breathe into the belly. Feel that hip opening. Bask in the physical sensations. More breath here. Now, patient is to move into happy baby. Kicking around, rocking around, playing like you did when you were a baby at your legs. Bringing your awareness to them. Enjoying sensations. Present. legs. Doing the muscles and stretch. And coming back to center. And we're going to put those feet back on the earth and knees are up. We're going to move into a few releases and then our savasana. So our first release, we're going to be doing releases throughout the pose, not every practice, but a lot of them. And releases are really great to release and relax the lower back and the hips to prepare you for savasana so you're really comfortable in your savasana. So our first release is called Kriya. And we're going to be working with these hips. My back is relaxed on the earth. Nothing is lifting up or anything like that. I'm just relaxed on the earth. I'm not lifting anything up. But I am going to be swiveling these hips. I'll show you. I'm going to take, this is my left hip right here. I'm going to drop it, move it so it's going towards the left heel. And the right hip is coming up towards the right shoulder. Of course, it won't reach, but it's going in that direction. And then I'm going to go the opposite direction. So I'm going to, everything's relaxed on the earth, and this right hip is coming up, reaching up towards the right shoulder. Left is reaching down towards, the left is reaching up towards the shoulder, and the right is reaching down towards the heel. You feel, and just continuing nice and slowly, mindfully moving these hips, just swiveling them. And continuing for a couple more breaths at your own pace. Notice we're releasing that lower lumbar spine. Reaching any tension in it. And then coming back to center. We're going to move now into hip pointers. So I'll start with my left hip. And we're going to, this time, when the hip that is pointing, that same butt cheek is going to lift up off the earth a little. And we're going to add a little bit of a twist when we point. So we're going to move that lumbar spine into a little bit of twist. There's a little bit more releasing and relaxing. I'm going to lift this left hip up and point it up towards the sky. And I'm going to release it back down. To the right. Right hip up. One butt cheek, my right is lifted up, my left is rooted into the earth. And I come back. So continuing on your own, keeping that breath flowing, finding your pace. And one hip bone at a time up towards the sky and releasing back down. And coming back to center. And we're going to move into some supine cat-cow, some flexion and extension of the spine. Let's move into cat first as you round that back
pressing the small of the back into the earth, tucking that tailbone under. Your flexion. And then we'll move into our cow as we arch that spine up off the earth. We'll feel it arches up. Your back may still be touching the earth, but your spine is arched up off it. You can maybe put your hands on, maybe not. And going back to your cat, pressing the small of the back in, tucking the tailbone under. And moving back and forth in flexion and extension of the spine. Deep belly breathing. Noticing the physical sensation. Asana. We're in our Anandamaya, we're in our Anamaya Kosha. We focus on the physical. Anamaya, physical body. Kosha, a sheet, a layer of our being. This physical body is one of our layers. Coming back to the center. We're going to keep the knees up. We're just going to take these feet and we're going to bring them wide. To the wide edges of your mat. If you're on a mat, knees are up. We're going to take one knee at a time and drop it into the center. Releasing these hips a little bit. Nice and slow. Repeating the movement. Breathing into the belly. And basking in all the physical sensations. And coming back to neutral. Let's walk those feet back together or hip width apart. And we're going to drop the knees to one side or the other. Lifting that top knee. Bringing it nice and slowly over to the other side. Taking a moment to be in your open Baddha Konasana, round angle. And then lifting the bottom knee over. All the way over to the other side. And repeating again, lifting that top knee. Now the bottom to bottom. Find your pace. Allowing yourself to pause. Be light. Oh, here comes Xander, the ecstatic yoga kitty cat. Hi, Xander. You'll see a lot of Xander. Noticing the physical sensations as you move through the last pose before Savasana. And one more time on either side. And coming back to neutral, and we'll get into our Savasana pose. Get ready for Savasana. And if you need to put a sweater on or some socks on your feet or a blanket or a pillow, eye pillow, making yourself nice and comfortable. Something under your knees maybe. And find a nice comfortable position and have the feet maybe a little wider than hip width, the feet flopping out. Receptive pose, the palms up. Just finding a nice comfortable position. And allowing your body to just relax into the earth. Let your body be received by the earth. Surrender your physical body to the earth. Feeling your body become maybe a little heavier. Sinking even deeper into the earth. Inviting all the muscles to relax. All your bones to relax, the whole skeletal system. The digestive system and all those digestive organs. Deeply relaxed. The lungs and the respiratory system relaxing. The heart, all the arteries, veins, capillaries relaxing. Releasing all tension. And inviting your nervous system to relax. The brain, spinal column. All those nerves start your whole body, synapses. Letting the entire nervous system in the brain relax and release. As we melt into a few moments of silence, silent stillness. And I will bring you back. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Gently begin to come back into the body, beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes, stretching out the arms and the legs. And when you're ready, rolling over to one side or the other, whatever feels more comfortable. Doing it mindfully, noticing the organs are shifting, the fluids in the body are shifting, and taking a breath here on your side. And coming up to a seated position. Sun here now. And we're going to take a moment to scan that body again. Noticing where our body is connected to the earth, that foundation, grounding. Maybe even noticing some differences from the beginning of practice. You can feel a little more open or light. Feel a little more sensation. Checking in with this physical being. I invite you now to bring yourself back to that intention that we set. As a yogic practice, teaching in the most inspired way that you can imagine right now, feeling those emotions. And releasing that intention with a this or better, this or better, this or better. And kindly and gently opening your eyes. Thank you for joining me for this practice. First practice of this course. And so grateful that you are here. Really acknowledge yourself for being here, taking this time to be with yourself, honoring yourself in this body temple. We will conclude with a namaste. We can bring the hands in Anjali Mudra prayer position and can bring it to the heart if you'd like. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day.